All right, welcome back inside our Vancouver Proactive studio. And joining us in studio today is Alain Ghiai. He's the president and CEO of GlobeX Data. And Alain, great to see you again. How are you?
Great seeing you, and Happy New Year to all our viewers.
Yeah, so we've got a lot to talk about with the company. But before that, since I have you in here, I thought I would address a couple of geopolitical issues with you. As we know, there's been a lot of tension recently between the United States and Iran. And what was interesting about it was a lot of the talk about retaliation was obviously talking about militarily, but it was also talking about cyber attacks. And I think that we want to address that because your company is directly involved in trying to prevent cyber attacks. So,
Absolutely.
So tell me a little bit about what you're hearing on the street as far as these cyber attacks are concerned.
Well, what you're mentioning is extremely accurate. We have been following the events as well. American businesses, corporations worldwide are extremely concerned. This is what we've been hearing, the general population as well, because cyber warfare is, I will say, the new nuclear weapon of the 21st century. It's no longer about a few missiles. It's more about, attacking infrastructure, military bases, electrical grid, etc. And we as GlobeX, as you know, offer a highly sophisticated encrypted solution, several of them, and we are happy that we are hosted in Switzerland, so we're not exposed to the U.S. infrastructures. So we've been getting, in the last couple of weeks actually, a dramatic increase for requests for quotation and orders. So it's unfortunate that this is happening. It is, I have to say, increasing our business dramatically because we are very uniquely positioned as a Swiss-hosted, highly encrypted cybersecurity and internet privacy company.
How devastating can cyber attacks be on companies and countries? I mean, how devastating can it be? Because we've all heard about, someone's got my credit card, whatever it is. But when you're attacking, multi-million or billion-dollar companies, how damaging can it be?
It is multi-billion-dollar companies. I don't know if some of our viewers may have remembered a few years ago the Sony hack.
Yeah.
And Sony is an entertainment company. Now think about banks. Think about legal system, courts, cities, government institution. It's dramatic. It cripples a country, a city, or a business. The general studies dictate that when a company has lost its data, there's a very high probability of them going bankrupt within 6 months, especially in small businesses. In the US, you have millions of small businesses, and it's not so much that a cyber warfare is going to happen on your device or a small, medium company. They attack the infrastructure. So that's the data centers, the telephone companies, that's what matters. And this is why we have our data hosted in Switzerland, in bunker-style data center, where you have most of the United Nations and the big organizations stored there. Because Switzerland, as I mentioned a few times before, is a small country, is not a big target. And now, the fact that we are neutral politically, it starts to come up. When I used to mention that, it didn't have much relevance politically to a cloud service.
Right.
But today we see that the relevance is very high. As a matter of fact, Bloomberg had an article this morning about how the Swiss franc is at its highest since 2017, and that's a request for safety. Now we are going to offer this in the cybersecurity world, where we are the Swiss-based hosted company to offer a service that basically you cannot get in the US.
So let's talk about a couple of quick things as we launch off 2020. Last time you and I talked before Christmas, you were talking about there were some deals coming through the pipeline, and one of those you were able to announce, Darn IT Group. They're a company out of Toronto. So tell me a little bit about them and what they're going to be doing. They're going to be a reseller, is that right?
Yes, so Darn IT Group is a very well-managed, very knowledgeable small business company that specializes in cyber security, advises SMBs mostly, and offers security and security services, managed IT services.
Okay.
They have been interested in offering our services for a while, so we signed up with them. I think they have about 50 to 100 businesses as clients, and they also are planning to operate nationwide. So we're very happy to work with them. They're a great company to work with, and we're happy that they chose us.
Yeah, and you've got a few more deals in the pipeline that you'll announce eventually.
Yes, so we have another recently, as of a couple of days ago, another consulting group in Canada that consults very large businesses. They are vendor agnostic, so they don't get paid if they sell our services, and they're interested to look at ours. We have a few deals that we're working on overseas. So we have our South Asia partners that are now placing orders, which is fantastic. We have a new reseller in Pakistan, which we will announce in greater detail in a press release. That's coming in the next couple of weeks, and they want to start sales beginning of February. And we're also looking at a couple of big resellers of cybersecurity in Latin America. You notice that the cybersecurity now is becoming a prime thing to have. And we also have our U.S. businesses, one of them called Guard Street, which I mentioned a few times in some of our interviews. Guard Street has an identity guard protection tool. They're Chicago-based, and of course, as you know, with all the geopolitical situation that's happening with the U.S., this is a product that's in super high demand. We are embedded in that. And they're doing a deal with Support.com. Support.com is a service support, tech support company that's traded under NASDAQ, under SPRT. Support.com is going to offer that service, and we are part of it.
Okay. And lastly, Keller Williams, just an update on what's going on there.
Yeah, so Keller Williams, things are moving ahead.
Okay.
In fact, Friday, we're having a big tech call with the integrator to polish up a few ends. By the end of January, we expect to have all technical integration and endpoints resolved and all marketing materials uploaded to our profile. We probably will have a press release when that happens. We also have received interest from another very large real estate group. Of course, Keller Williams is the largest in the world.
Yeah.
The other brand is known in other countries as well.
Okay.
And if and when they decide to select our services, we will announce it. But the fact that we have Keller Williams also, of course, it's a great reference for them, right?
For sure. Well, it's going to be a busy year, because it sounds like the start of it is super swamped for you. Alain, great to see you again. Thank you, my friend.
Steve.
All right, Alain Ghiai, the President and CEO of GlobeX Data.